Let's talk about a true legend, a name synonymous with defensive excellence and unparalleled hockey IQ. Nicklas Lidstrom, the winner of our Battle of the Autograph. A testament to his enduring popularity and the high regard in which he's held by fans worldwide. When you think of greatness on the blue line, his name is at the very top. He's the measuring stick, the player every aspiring defenseman tries to emulate. Lidstrom wasn't just a player, he was a master of his craft. He was an artist, making the game look effortless, almost balletic in its execution. His movements were fluid, his transitions seamless. He dictated the pace, controlling the flow of the game with his intelligence and positioning. He made the right play every time, a decision-making process so refined it seemed almost preordained, and set the standard for all defensemen, raising the bar for future generations of players. Even years after retirement, his impact is undeniable, a lasting influence felt throughout the hockey world. Fans remember his quiet dominance, the championships, the parades, the sheer joy he brought to the city of Detroit, and the way he carried himself with grace and dignity both on and off the ice. He led by example, with a calm confidence that defined the Red Wings, setting the tone for a team built on skill and character. Lidstrom was the foundation of Detroit's dynasty, the bedrock upon which their success was built. What set him apart from the rest? What made him so special? His hockey IQ. He saw the game in slow motion, always 2 steps ahead of his opponents, anticipating their every move. He was never out of position, always anticipating, always ready to intercept a pass or shut down an attack. His stick work was surgical, precise, and incredibly effective. Stripping pucks cleanly and launching perfect breakouts, turning defense into offense in the blink of an eye, he made everyone around him better, a true superstar, a player who elevated the performance of his entire team. This week, we celebrate more than a fan vote, we celebrate a legacy, we celebrate a career that defines excellence, a standard of play that few have ever reached. From a young kid in Sweden, dreaming of playing in the NHL, to one of the greatest ever to lace up a pair of skates, a true icon of the sport. His story is about dedication, countless hours spent honing his skills and perfecting his craft, intelligence, a sharp mind that allowed him to anticipate plays and make split-second decisions, and humility, a quiet confidence that never strayed into arrogance or boastfulness. He proved you don't have to be flashy to be the best. Flash doesn't win championships, just smart, consistent, and dedicated, a model of reliability and unwavering performance. Every young player should study his journey, learn from his example, and strive to emulate his dedication. Lidstrom's legacy is about being the smartest, most cerebral player on the ice. Most reliable player on the ice, the one you could always count on in any situation. He showed that greatness is built on preparation and poise, the ability to perform under pressure with unwavering calm. Let's dive into the story of the perfect human, a nickname that speaks volumes about his character and skill. His influence stretches far beyond the rink, inspiring countless players and fans alike. He's the gold standard for defensemen everywhere, the benchmark against which all others are measured. Today we honor not just his stats, impressive as they are, but the way he changed the game, revolutionizing the role of the defenseman with his intelligence and skill. Nicklas Lidstrom, hockey's quiet genius, a player whose brilliance spoke for itself. Every legend has an origin, a starting point where greatness begins to take shape. And for Nicklas Lidstrom, that origin story began in Västerås, Sweden, a place steeped in hockey tradition. He didn't just play hockey, he lived and breathed it. He studied it with an almost academic intensity, seeing the rink not just as a sheet of ice but as a chessboard, a complex puzzle to be solved. From the very start, his innate hockey sense, his understanding of the game's nuances, set him apart from his peers. At Vik Västerås HK, the local team, he quickly turned heads and garnered attention. It wasn't brute strength or imposing size that defined his game, it was his exceptional intelligence and effortless skating ability. He fearlessly joined the offensive rush, creating scoring chances with his smart plays and accurate passes. And yet, he was always the first player back to defend, a testament to his commitment and work ethic. Even as a teenager, he remained remarkably calm under pressure, a rare quality in such a high-stakes environment. That unwavering composure, that ability to stay cool in the heat of the moment, soon became his trademark. When he reached Sweden's top league, the Elitserien, he played with a level of maturity and poise that belied his young age. He rarely made mistakes, a hallmark of his disciplined and intelligent approach to the game. He was almost always in the right spot, anticipating plays and shutting down opponents with remarkable efficiency. He had a knack for making the game look deceptively simple, a testament to his skill and understanding. But this apparent simplicity was the result of years of dedicated hard work and a deep, almost intuitive understanding of hockey's intricate flow and strategic nuances. The larger European ice surface taught him the immense value of fluid skating and precise positioning, skills that would become cornerstones of his game. He learned to anticipate plays, to read the game a step ahead, not just react to what was happening in the moment. This fundamentally sound style became the bedrock of his future success. So when Detroit Red Wings scouts came to evaluate him, they saw far more than just raw talent and potential. They recognized that they were witnessing the future of defensive play, a player poised to revolutionize the position. Nicklas Lidstrom was undoubtedly a hockey prodigy, and the invaluable lessons he absorbed in Sweden, the hockey culture that shaped him, would profoundly influence his entire career. He was ready to change the very fabric of the game, even before he ever laced up his skates and set foot on the ice in the NHL. The Detroit Red Wings, with their storied history and keen eye for talent, saw in him a player who possessed the potential to not just play the position, but to completely redefine it for a new generation. The 1989 NHL draft would prove to be a pivotal moment, a turning point that changed the course of Detroit Red Wings history forever. It was a draft filled with potential, but also uncertainty. European players were still considered a gamble by many teams at the time. The talent was undeniable, but the transition to the North American game was often unpredictable. But Detroit scouts, with their keen eye for talent, insisted on a young Swedish defenseman named Nicklas Lidstrom. They saw something special in him. With the 53rd pick, a relatively late selection, they landed what would become a future cornerstone of their franchise. A player who would redefine the defenseman position. He stayed in Sweden for one more year to further develop his skills and refine his game, preparing himself for the challenges that awaited him in the NHL. Finally, he arrived in Detroit, ready to make his mark on the NHL and prove that the Red Wings' faith in him was well placed. From his very first training camp, it was clear that Lidstrom was something special. Coaches immediately saw his remarkable poise, his innate hockey intelligence, and his exceptional understanding of the game. He wasn't just another rookie trying to find his way. He was already playing at a level that suggested he was one of their best and most reliable defensemen. 60 points in his rookie season, a testament to his offensive capabilities, a Calder Trophy finalist, recognition for being among the league's best rookies, and an instant impact on the Red Wings' performance. But it was his unique style, so smooth, so efficient, almost effortless, making even the toughest defensive plays look routine and simple, that truly stood out to everyone. He brought a sense of calm and order to the defense, settling things down and elevating the play of everyone around him. Paired with the hard-hitting Vladimir Konstantinov, they quickly became a legendary defensive duo, a force to be reckoned with on the ice. Lidstrom, the master of puck movement and positioning, and Konstantinov, the relentless enforcer who intimidated opponents. Together they anchored a new era of Red Wings dominance, ushering in a period of sustained success and championship contention. Lidstrom quickly earned the respect of seasoned veterans who recognized his exceptional talent and unwavering dedication. He fit seamlessly into a Hall of Fame lineup, becoming an integral part of a team filled with legendary players. He was the missing piece, the final element Detroit needed to transform into a true championship contender. His arrival marked the start of 2 decades of sustained excellence, a period of unprecedented success for the Detroit Red Wings. The Red Wings had finally found their foundation, a player around whom they could build a dynasty. Lidstrom's impact on the team was immediate, profound, and ultimately lasting for years to come. Hockeytown would never be the same after the arrival of this quiet, unassuming Swede. When Steve Yzerman retired, there was no doubt Lidstrom would be Detroit's next captain. His leadership was quiet, leading by example, not words. Teammates saw the ultimate professional in him, setting the standard every day. In 2008, he made history as the first European-born captain to win the Stanley Cup. That moment shattered barriers for European players everywhere. He led with consistency and composure, never panicking, always making the right play. In any situation down a goal or protecting a lead, he was the anchor. His calmness steadied the entire team. In Detroit, expectations are sky high, but Lidstrom handled the pressure with grace. He was always accountable, always professional. More than a captain, he was an ambassador for the game. His leadership wasn't about speeches, it was about being the best, every single day. He inspired trust and confidence in everyone around him. Lidstrom's captaincy redefined what it meant to lead in the NHL. He showed that greatness comes from consistency and character. The Red Wings thrived under his steady hand. Lidstrom's career is a masterclass in durability and consistency. 20 seasons, all with Detroit. An Iron Man in every sense. He played 1,564 regular season games, the most for any one-team player. The Red Wings made the playoffs every year of his career, 263 playoff games, a record for one franchise. He was the common thread in 2 decades of success. Offensively, he scored 1,142 points, one of the few defensemen to top 1,000. He was never a liability, finishing with a staggering plus 450 rating. Even at 41, he won the Norris Trophy, still the best at his position. His consistency was his superpower. Flawless positioning, smart decisions every night, he never took a night off. Lidstrom's relentless pursuit of perfection set him apart. That's why he's among the all-time greats. Lidstrom's trophy case is legendary. 4 Stanley Cups with Detroit, each one a testament to his role as the team's backbone. 7 Norris trophies as the NHL's best defenseman, second only to Bobby Orr. He won his first Norris in 2001, his last a decade later, showing unmatched longevity. In 2002, he became the first European to win the Conn Smythe as playoff MVP. He dominated at both ends, elevating his game when it mattered most. On the international stage, he led Sweden to Olympic gold in 2006, scoring the game winner in the final. Stanley Cups, Norris trophies, Conn Smythe, Olympic gold, he won it all. His collection of awards reflects a career defined by victory. Lidstrom was a champion in every sense. He achieved everything a hockey player could dream of. His greatness was recognized worldwide. Few have matched his legacy of winning. To understand Lidstrom's greatness, just listen to those who played with and against him. Coach Scotty Bowman called him one of the most intelligent players ever. Teammates like Steve Yzerman praised his quiet professionalism and leadership by example. Stars like Zetterberg and Datsyuk said he made the game easier for everyone. Opponents from Crosby to Iginla called him the toughest to play against, not for his size but his mind. He was always one step ahead, rarely penalized, always in control. The nickname, the Perfect Human, started as a joke, but it stuck because it was true. He was the model of consistency and class. Lidstrom earned universal respect, on and off the ice. His reputation is as flawless as his game. Lidstrom's impact goes beyond his own career. He changed the NHL for European players. He shattered the stereotype that Europeans couldn't lead or handle the NHL grind. As the first European captain to win the Cup, he opened doors for others. Today, European captains are common, following the path he blazed. He became a hero for young players in Sweden and across Europe. Stars like Erik Karlsson and Victor Hedman grew up idolizing him. Lidstrom redefined the defenseman role. Skating, skill, and IQ became as important as size. He helped usher in the era of the modern, puck-moving defenseman. The NHL is more skilled and diverse because of his influence. His legacy is seen in every European star who leads today. Lidstrom proved you could succeed by being true to your style. He changed the game for generations to come. Lidstrom's legacy is more than trophies or records. It's about quiet, sustained excellence. He was a superstar with the humility of a grinder, inspiring by example. His story teaches that success is built on hard work, intelligence, and dedication. He outthought opponents, prepared meticulously, and executed with precision. Even in retirement, he mentored the next generation, sharing his knowledge. He remains beloved in Detroit and Sweden, respected as a family man and ambassador. His greatness was impossible to ignore, even though he never sought the spotlight. Lidstrom's legacy is about how he achieved greatness, with class and dignity. Fans remember the calm, the perfect passes, the championships, but most of all, the man. The perfect human inspired everyone to chase their own version of perfection. His example lives on in the hearts of hockey fans everywhere. Nicklas Lidstrom didn't just play hockey, he perfected it, and his story continues to inspire us all.
Join myself and JD Delay in fighting chomos and other bad thing by shopping at Convict Clothing. There are some amazing cloths for all at great prices. Nationwide free shipping for any order over $50. Just use the keyword autograph for a discount. And while you are shopping, also check out my store and perhaps become a member for only 99 cents. Both stores' links are in the description. Back to the video.
This week we celebrate a name that echoes through hockey history, a name synonymous with skill, leadership, and unwavering dedication to the sport. Brad Park, a true icon of the game. His signature won our Battle of the Autograph, a testament to his enduring popularity and the impact he had on fans of all ages. It's a fitting tribute to a player who left an indelible mark on the game, forever etching his name in the annals of hockey history. More than just ink, it's a connection to a legend. His autograph is a symbol of a career built on skill, a showcase of the artistry and precision he brought to the ice every time he played. It represents toughness, the grit and determination that defined his playing style. And it speaks to the quiet determination that fueled his success, the unwavering focus that allowed him to excel under pressure. When you see his name, you remember the smooth stride, the effortless grace with which he patrolled the ice. You recall the intelligent pass, the strategic brilliance that made him a master playmaker. And you can't forget the fierce competitor who commanded the blue line for 3 legendary franchises, leaving his mark on each and every team he represented. Park's greatness wasn't just in goals or assists. It was about so much more than just the numbers on the stat sheet. It was in the moments that defined games, the plays that turned the tide, and the decisions that led to victory. It was in the blocked shots, the sacrifices he made to protect his team's net. It was in the smart outlet passes, the ability to transition from defense to offense with speed and precision. And it was in the leadership he provided when things got tough, the calming presence he brought to the locker room and the ice. He was a complete player, a true all-rounder, who excelled in every facet of the game. He was a thinking man's defenseman who inspired teammates and earned the respect of opponents, a testament to his character and sportsmanship. For young fans, discovering Brad Park is like unearthing a hidden treasure, a chance to learn about a true legend of the game. In a time of giants, he stood tall, a beacon of excellence in an era filled with incredible talent. His light never diminished, even among legends, his contributions to the game forever remembered and celebrated. He was the steady hand, the calming influence on the ice. He possessed the brilliant mind, the strategic genius that allowed him to anticipate plays and make the right decisions in crucial moments. He was the player you wanted on the ice when the game was on the line, the one you could count on to deliver when it mattered most. Park's story is one of perseverance and consistent excellence, a testament to his unwavering commitment to the game. It's a roadmap for any young player dreaming of the NHL, a shining example of what can be achieved through hard work, dedication, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. As we honor his victory in the Battle of the Autograph, we celebrate not just a signature, but a legacy. We revisit the career of one of the 100 greatest NHL players, a true icon of the sport. We remember the excitement he brought to the ice every night, the electrifying energy he infused into every game he played. We celebrate a man who played with his heart on his sleeve and his head in the game, a true embodiment of passion and intelligence. From Toronto to New York, Boston, and Detroit, his impact resonated across the league. Brad Park's journey is a testament to hard work and a deep love for hockey, a story that continues to inspire generations of players and fans. His legacy is a story worth telling, a story of greatness, perseverance, and unwavering dedication. And it's a story worth remembering, a timeless reminder of the power of sport and the enduring impact of a true legend. Every great journey destined for greatness and ready to leave his indelible mark on the sport. The dream of NHL stardom was now vibrantly alive, and a determined Brad Park, fueled by ambition and a relentless work ethic, was absolutely ready to chase it with everything he had. Arriving in New York City in 1968, Brad Park faced the roar of Madison Square Garden. The pressure was immense, but Park thrived under the bright lights. From his first game, it was clear the Rangers had found a cornerstone. He played with poise and confidence, quickly becoming a fan favorite. Park revolutionized the defenseman's role, joining the rush and quarterbacking the power play with vision. He set up the famed gag line for countless goals and was a perennial all-star. Despite leading the Rangers to the 1972 Stanley Cup Final, the ultimate prize eluded them. Park's years in New York were marked by brilliance and near misses. He was Broadway Brad, a superstar defined by his play, not just his stats. The city embraced him, and he left an unforgettable mark on the franchise. But the hunger for a championship remained. To truly understand Brad Park's impact, you have to delve into the era he dominated. You can't tell Brad Park's story without Bobby Orr. Their careers were intertwined, forever linked in the annals of hockey history. In the 1970s, their rivalry defined the era, a clash of titans that captivated fans and shaped the sport. Orr's explosive genius, a force of nature on skates, versus Park's calculated mastery, a strategic mind that anticipated every move. Orr changed the game with his end-to-end rushes, a blur of speed and skill that left defenders in his wake. But Park's brilliance was in his control and intelligence, a master of positioning and puck management. He picked his spots, made the perfect pass, a playmaker with uncanny vision, and anchored both ends of the ice, a complete player who excelled in all facets of the game. Their teams, the Rangers and Bruins, were powerhouses, perennial contenders vying for supremacy, and every matchup was a battle within a battle, a showcase of skill, strategy, and sheer determination. Park finished runner-up to Orr for the Norris Trophy 6 times, a testament to Orr's dominance. Any other era, he'd have a shelf of them, a collection of accolades befitting his talent. The rivalry pushed both to new heights, forcing them to constantly elevate their game. But Park's greatness stood on its own, a beacon of skill and leadership. He proved there was more than one way to be the best, that different styles could achieve equal greatness. Park was a catalyst and an anchor, revolutionizing the position alongside Orr, forever changing the way defensemen played the game. Their rivalry didn't define Park, it was merely a chapter in his illustrious career. It highlighted his unique excellence, showcasing his individual brilliance on the grandest stage. He was a master in his own right, a legend whose impact transcends era. Adapted, thrived, and led, no matter the jersey. In the 1980s, Brad Park's career entered its final phase with the Detroit Red Wings. The Red Wings were rebuilding, and Park became the veteran leader, mentoring young players like Steve Yzerman. He was a coach on the ice, teaching preparation, positioning, and professionalism. Even as his speed faded, his hockey sense remained sharp. Park provided stability and leadership, helping lay the foundation for Detroit's future success. He played 2 seasons, making a difference until the end. In 1985, after 17 NHL seasons, Park retired as one of the most decorated defensemen in history. Over 1,100 games, nearly 900 points, and 7 All-Star selections. He left on his own terms. The final chapter wasn't about chasing a championship, but giving back to the game. Park's legacy in Detroit was one of selfless leadership. Brad Park's impact extended beyond the ice. He was a leader of it too. He became a central figure in a class action lawsuit against the NHL, fighting for players' pension rights. The league's pension plan had been mismanaged, leaving many former players without security. Park and others took on the NHL, demanding fairness and accountability. It was a tough, risky battle, but Park's sense of responsibility to his peers drove him. The lawsuit resulted in a landmark settlement securing the futures of hundreds of retired players. It strengthened the NHL Players Association and empowered players. Park's role in this fight is a crucial part of his legacy. He stood up for what was right, showing integrity and courage. He was more than a great player. He was a champion for all players. When the cheers faded, Brad Park handled retirement with grace. He stayed connected to hockey, coaching briefly in Detroit, and sharing his insights as a TV analyst. Park's sharp mind made him a natural in the broadcast booth, breaking down the game for fans. Away from the rink, he focused on family, enjoying a quieter life and coaching his kids' teams. In 2012, he released his autobiography, sharing his story with the world. Park remains a respected elder statesman, participating in alumni games and charity events. His presence is still felt throughout the hockey world. He found fulfillment and purpose beyond the ice. Park's life after hockey is a testament to his character. He was always more than just a player. What makes a legacy? For Brad Park, it's more than stats and awards. Inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 1988, he was recognized as one of the game's true greats. Named one of the 100 greatest NHL players, Park's impact was profound. He pioneered the two-way defenseman, blending offense and defense with intelligence and skill. Park's story inspires young fans. You don't have to be the flashiest to be the best. Leadership, hard work, and professionalism defined his career. He made every team better and earned the respect of his peers. Park's true signature is the legacy he carved into the ice over 17 seasons. He was a star, a leader, and a champion for players' rights. Brad Park's influence will be felt for generations, a vital part of hockey's rich history.